Hey there, campers. He is Chris.
Welcome back, sports fans. Believe it or not, she is Chris, too.
Will you get over it? Once again, it is election time in Ontario. Let's hear a big cheer for the election. Exactly.
A lot of us are getting tired of election sound bites, meaningless speeches, and the platitudes which flow so easily out of party machinery.
We are also getting cynical about how things are reported by the press, most of which is owned by humongous corporations, which have a vested interest in the results of the election.
If we are going to filter the crap from the content, we need to understand what is really being said by the candidates.
This is why the Alliance Against Poverty is presenting this second installment in its series, an election guide for the voters of Ontario.
This has been put together as a public service to help you determine which candidates are cold, heartless, unfeeling, uncaring, pandering, immoral dweebs with no conscience, and which ones might actually want to make a difference.
Here is your second lesson. It's called, What I Really Mean.
When a candidate says, "We would like to do more about poverty," what he really means is, we are probably not going to do more about poverty. Vote for me.
When a candidate says, "We would like to do more about poverty," but what she really means is, we are definitely not going to do more about poverty. Vote for me.
When a candidate says, "You cannot get rid of poverty by throwing money at it," what he really means is, we are going to do even less about poverty than the other guys. Vote for me.
When a candidate says, "I was poor once, but I worked hard, and I got out of it," what she really means is, now I get to point my finger at poor people. Vote for me.
When a candidate says, "Families, friends, churches and charities should do more to help poor people," what he really means is, the rest of us are now off the hook. Feels good, doesn't it? No responsibilities. Vote for me.
When a candidate says, "I have studied the issue of poverty," what he really means is, I bought a book about poverty once, a long time ago, because I felt guilty. All I read was the chapter headings. But I did buy it. Vote for me.
When they say, "We cannot afford to raise welfare rates, but we must lower taxes for the rich."
When they say, "We need to keep welfare rates low, so poor people don't like being on welfare."
When they say, "The poor need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps,"
what the candidates really mean is,
they are just
cold,
heartless,
unfeeling,
uncaring,
pandering,
immoral
dweebs,
with no conscience. And they still want you to vote for them.
Scary, isn't it? So, that's it for this time, campers. I am Chris. We'll be back.
Have fun, sports fans. I am Chris as well. Don't go to too many all candidates meetings. I did some research about the name Chris.
You're kidding.
Well, what are the chances that we would have the same name? It's not that common or popular.
You, seriously, need a hobby.